All right, guys. Um, Now I've just wired the relays. Okay, so on here, if you check on the board, it's marked channels. So there's channel 1 to 3 since we've got 3 relays. Okay, and I'm using pin number 11 as my output. So I'm going to drive my optocoupler through channel number 1. So I'm going to use the first relay as channel number 1. That's where I'm going to drive from. I'm going to drive it from 11 to channel number 1, right? Then also the ground is connected to ground. So you pick up a ground from your board and you connect it to your ground on your Arduino board, right? Then the ground for the relays, you also pick it up and you connect it to the ground on the power supply. So I'm also going to connect a ground just to make our ground common for the whole system. So I've got a ground connected. This ground is common to the ground to that, and so on. So basically, this is now a complete wiring. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to switch on, and we see what's going to happen. Wow. So you can actually see channel number 1 is coming on and off, on and off. So this relay is actually activating. So if I am connected to a load, maybe it's an electric motor or a pump, when this relay comes on, it means that pump will be running. And the time of running will be determined by the time that that you set in the program. So you can actually set the time that you want the motor to run, or maybe you want the motor to be stopped by a certain sensor. Maybe the level, if it's a water pump, maybe the water has reached the maximum level on the tank. Then you have to put in input sensors to switch off the pump, and the cycle will repeat all over and over again. If the level goes low, the pump will detect that and the pump will start to run again, and so on. Or maybe you can just program it to run maybe certain hours within the week. You can maybe say 2 hours to run and water the garden, and switch off after maybe running for 30 minutes or 1 hour. It switches off and wait for another day. Or you can even put sensors to detect that the soil is dry, then it starts to run again. So it depends on what you want. But basically, the only thing that I wanted to show you is that you can actually run a water pump that uses 240 volts or 110 volts using this controller. You can drive solenoid relays, you can drive valves, you can drive anything using this controller, as long as your interface is good. All you need to know is which interface to use. You need to use the right interface in order for you to get the best results. So here we go. That's basically what you can do with it. So I'm just going to show you a simple code that I'm running, that I'm using to run this setup. So I'm just going to show you now. That's the code that I'm using to run. All right, so if you need more information, you can probably send me a message, go inbox, and we can talk. And if you want to know about interfacing certain units, we can always discuss and let you know how you can do it, or we can demonstrate it so that you see how we can interface different circuits for this controller, using this controller to interface different circuits. So you can drive different valves, you can drive proportional valves, you can drive, you can drive anything that you want. So we are, as you know, as you shall see, we shall be talking about these things and we shall be discussing them. So if you have something that you want us to discuss, you can table it and we can discuss it. Or if you have a problem that you are having and you want us to discuss about it, talk about it, and find ways of solving it, we can always do it here. This platform is for that. There are a lot of technologists, hobbyists, engineers from all over the world who will be contributing to this channel. Okay, thank you very much. Do you like what you have seen? Do you like the interfacing? Have you learned something? If you feel you have learned something and you really appreciate what we have done, will it be good? Won't it be good for you to just put a like or show that you, as a sign of appreciation, just to like our channel and support us? We need your support. Your presence is what makes us thrive. We get excited if you feel, oh, you're learning. If you feel you are learning, then we are happy. If you are learning, then we are happy. Like to our channel, subscribe to our channel, and follow us. We are going to do this very, very slowly so that we all get to learn, we all get to know how to do these things. So I'll try to be as slow as I can to make sure that you grasp and you understand what is happening. If you have any questions, you can always ask. If I'm running too fast, let me know so that I can slow down again. You can do that in the comment section. Thank you so much for following us. Thank you so much. Have a good time. Thank you. Be blessed.